outside, rain, snow, sun, so you better come prepared to take your class outside in the snow. We also have virtual reality labs, robotic labs, so many different ways to gain hands-on experience and relevant experience to your program. We also have internship opportunities available. So you can choose between a 4, 8, 12, or 16-month internship opportunity. This is Anjeet. She actually started in psychology. She ended up taking a physics class and really liked it. Not sure why. No, I'm joking. But she loved it, and she ended up switching to the computer engineering program. And she also joined the rover team. Has anyone heard of the Mars rover? Landed on Mars in 2008. It's kind of like that. So they built this thing. It's a rover, and they compete in a yearly competition held in Utah. So this rover has to do things as if it were on the Mars terrain. So collect data and that kind of thing. So she joined this rover team, and they came in first place last year. They came in second place the year before, and then first place again the year before that. We also want you to think beyond your borders. So there's so many ways to internationalize your degree. You can do an International Bachelor of Arts, an International Bachelor of Science, or an International Bachelor of Business Administration. So you're going to go on exchange and learn a new language. But you don't have to earn an international degree to go on exchange. We have exchange agreements with over 100 universities around the world, and over 100 different countries around the world. We also have, if you didn't want to go on exchange, you can internationalize your degree right on campus. So we have over 20 languages for you to choose from, so you can just learn a new language. So these are actually all of our faculties. Again, if you pick up the handbook, on the very back of your view book, you will find a list of all of our programs and faculties. So the red is a faculty. So basically we house programs that are similar in a faculty. So for example, Faculty of Fine Arts, you'll find all of our fine arts programs, dance, design, theater, film, that kind of thing. So there are over 150 programs for you to choose from. And over 1,500 courses for you to choose from as well. I'm going to start off with my favorite faculty, and it's the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies, and it is my favorite because, yes, I did graduate from it. So this is our largest faculty, where 80 of our programs are housed in this faculty alone. And what's great about it is there's flexibility. So there's not only flexibility in the number of courses you have to choose from, but also in when you take those courses. So if you're a morning person like I was, you could take your classes in the morning and leave your evenings free. You can take your classes on weekends, you can take them online. It's completely up to you. So this faculty, this is where you're going to find programs such as, so again, Law and Society, Political Science, Criminology, which is really popular, Children's Studies, History, English, Creative Writing, those kinds of programs are housed in this faculty. We're looking for about a mid-70s to low 80s average for these programs. And how many of you are not sure what you want to study? That's okay. We have the undecided major program. So you come in your first year, you take a variety of different courses from many different areas, and then you can decide in your second year what you're interested in studying. And we have a new transitions program. The transitions program, they're going to help you decide on your area of interest. There's mentors, there's advisors, there's lectures and workshops, and they're going to help you keep on track and really be there to support you in finding your area of interest. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about Glendon, and that's because it's also a faculty. So not only a campus, it's also one of our faculties. It's the only fully bilingual campus in Canada, but you don't have to speak French to go to Glendon. So if you're like me and all you can say is Je m'appelle Andrea, you can still go to Glendon. However, you will develop a proficiency in it by the time you graduate. So you will graduate with a bilingual degree. And for those of you who are feeling brave, you can actually graduate with a trilingual degree. So add a third language to that. And this is really great in terms of employability afterwards, as well as earning potential after you graduate as well. So remember that shuttle I spoke about? We're going to hop on that shuttle. We're going to head on over to the largest faculty, or the only faculty of fine arts in Canada, where we are going to watch Wedding Crashers and The Notebook. Can anyone tell me what those two movies have in common? So dance, design, digital media, music, film, visual arts, and music, film, visual arts. I think I got them all. But this is one of the faculties that requires a supplementary application. So we're looking for either an audition, evaluation, a portfolio, something in addition to your regular application. That just tells us a little bit more about you. This is a great faculty because it's a small program. There are small programs, and you get to interact with everybody in the different areas or disciplines. So for example, you're all working together. So for example, the music students will be working with the dance students to find the choreography for their production, for their musical theater production. So everybody is working together, and it's a very nice community feel. Your professors are also in the field, so they're professional choreographers, professional broadcasters, professional, they're in the field, so you get that one-on-one hands-on experience from them, which allows you to develop contacts for, again, future job opportunities in the future. We're also at the hub of the Fine Arts District, so in the Toronto area, so a lot of internship opportunities available, and again, building the connections. For this, we're looking for about a mid-70s average. But for those of you who are more interested in maybe opening up your own dance studio, you might be interested in our Schulich School of Business, which is the top business school in Canada. So you can earn a Bachelor of Business Administration or an International Bachelor of Business Administration. So again, you have the exchange as well as learning a new language. It's a very self-contained school as well, so you do have access to all of York's services, such as the library, the bookstore, admissions office, but Schulich also has their own services for you to take advantage of as well. Again, there are internship opportunities available, and this is another one of the faculties that requires a supplementary application. So on top of your grades, which is a low 90s average, they're looking for some other piece of information. So your supplementary application and your grades are weighed equally. So for that, they're looking for extracurricular activities, leadership skills, letters of reference, and a few short essay questions about what your future goals are. There is really no better time to consider York for engineering than now. We just received a $75 million donation to build our new school, our Lassonde School of Engineering. So we have our traditional or non-traditional engineering programs. We have the only space engineering program in Canada and the only geomatics engineering program in Ontario. We also have computer engineering, software engineering, electrical engineering, and coming soon we have mechanical, civil, chemical engineering as well. So the building is coming, but this, again, they're very small programs. So you get that one-on-one connection with your professors. You also get to get involved in a lot of programs, for example, the Mars rover team. You also get to go, again, think beyond your program with Engineers Without Borders. You can go to places such as Ghana or Zambia, and they've done things such as helping find a clean supply of water. So great opportunities to gain that hands-on experience. You also have the facilities available for you starting from your very first year. But for those of you who are interested in science, but maybe not necessarily engineering, there's the Faculty of Science. And this is where you're going to find your life science programs, or your pre-med programs, your earth and space science, earth and atmospheric science programs, your mathematics. That's all housed in the Faculty of Science. And what's great about this faculty is you get lab work starting from your very first year. We have a new life sciences building. It's a beautiful building, and with new labs and new space for you to study and work. That's actually the building up near the top corner. You can kind of see it. But again, because of the small class sizes, for those of you who might be interested in going to medical school, that one-on-one connection with your professor is really great because they know your strengths, they know your weaknesses, and they're able to talk to your strengths in terms of writing reference letters for you. So they'll be able to provide that support when needed to move on to professional school afterwards. So just a little bit more about me. Something you don't know about me is I am a marathon runner. And last year I broke my leg. I was in a cast from here to my toes. It was a fluorescent pink cast. It was very pretty, but it was not fun. I was in a cast for a month and a half, and then I needed physio for another month and a half after that. So for those of you who are interested in helping people like me, might be interested in our Faculty of Health. So we have the largest kinesiology and psychology program in Canada, which means you have so many courses to choose from. So the options are endless. So for example, psychology, you can choose to take courses in animal psychology, and child psychology, and any area of psychology, neuropsychology, whatever psychology you're interested in. We have available. So with kinesiology and psychology, you can choose between a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Science degree. So basically your core courses are going to be the same, but you're going to differ in your electives. For example, with the Bachelor of Arts, your electives are going to be in the social sciences, humanities, social science, sociology, those kind of courses. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. So for the Bachelors of Science, you're going to be looking more at the pure sciences, like chemistry, physics, that kind of thing. We also have a nursing program. So we have a collaborative nursing program where you do your first 2 years at either Seneca or Georgia College, then you do your last 2 years at York, but the entire 4 years you are considered a York student and you have all the benefits of being a York student. We also have great facilities for you. So we actually have a hospital on campus. You walk in, there's hospital beds set up, and there's people in these beds, but these people aren't real. They're dummies, and we call them smarties. Why? Because they're smart. They do everything that a real person does. You can draw blood, you can take their blood pressure, there's even one that gives birth. Really gross. It actually really freaked me out when I walked in. But it's as close as you're going to get to the real thing before practicing on real people, which could be a good thing. We also have the Health Studies program. So for those of you who are interested more in the administrative side of healthcare, for example, if you think about the cell phone ban where you're not allowed to drive with your cell phone, that's the kind of policy that would be developed by someone who has a health studies background. Again, you have lab work starting from your very first year and we're looking for a mid-70s average. So what do you think of when you think of environmental studies? What comes to mind when you think of environmental studies? Grass. Yes. Trees. Reduce, recycle. So yes, it is about all that, but it's about so much more. It's about the human interaction with the environment for the purpose of solving complex issues. So with the Faculty of Environmental Studies, you can specialize in 4 different areas. So environmental culture, urban and regional environments, environmental management, and environmental policy. This is a very small program, but again, you get to think beyond your program. For example, we have a 3rd campus in Costa Rica. So we own a rainforest called Las Nubes, and the students actually go to conduct research with their professors. So it's a great opportunity again to gain that hands-on experience. Again, this is a mid-70s average. How many of you want to be a teacher? So we have 3 different ways to become a teacher at York University. So we have our direct entry option, which is directly from high school. So you're going to apply, so you need 2 degrees to be a teacher. You need your Bachelor's of Education degree and you need an undergraduate degree. With the direct entry program, you're going to be applying to both of those degrees right now, directly from high school. Or if you wanted, you can do the concurrent education program where you start in your undergraduate degree first, and then you apply to the concurrent education program and start it in your second year. So with those 2 options, you're doing 2 degrees at once. Both will take 5 years to complete. Or you can do the consecutive education option where you do your 4-year undergraduate degree first and 1 year of the consecutive education program. That will also take you 5 years to complete. It's just up to you if you want to do 2 degrees at once or one after another. What's great about our Faculty of Education is you get more teaching hours than required by the Ontario College of Teachers. So that's required of you to become a teacher. So that means more in-class experience. So if you ask any teacher, the best way to be prepared to go out and teach is having that in-class experience. So you're going to be well prepared to go out and teach after you graduate. And for those of you who are thinking maybe you want to become a lawyer, you can't apply to law school right now. It does require a minimum of a 3-year undergraduate degree before you can apply, but it is good to start thinking about. We have Osgoode Hall Law School, which is the oldest common law school in Canada, oldest and largest common law school in Canada. Most of the students who do get admitted to law school or to Osgoode will have completed their 4-year undergraduate degree already, and they don't care in what. They only are looking at your grades. So take what you're most interested in because you're going to do well in what you're most interested in. So again, they don't look at what you took, just your grade. You're also going to have to complete the LSAT, the Law School Admission Test, to be admitted. So unfortunately, university does cost money. So this is just roughly what you could expect to pay as a York University student. On page 18 of your view book, you'll find a few examples of how we will help you find a financial plan that is right for you. So we are going to help you fund your education. We're not going to leave this all to you. We gave out $55 million in financial assistance last year. So that's in scholarships, awards, and bursaries. So scholarships are based on your grades, an award is based on extracurricular activity, and a bursary is usually based on financial need. So there are so many opportunities for you to earn money. So when you apply to York University, you don't even have to have received an offer. We're going to give you a York reference number. As soon as you have that number, you're going to create a student financial profile, and we will let you know how much you're eligible to receive before you've even been admitted to the university or before you even accept your offer to the university. There are some scholarships that have a deadline of February 11th. That's why it's really important that you do fill out the student financial profile right away. So there are some scholarships that you do apply for. There's also OSAP, the Ontario Student Assistance Program, which is a government loan that is interest-free up to 6 months after you graduate, or up to 6 months after you graduate. And there's the new tuition grant, the government tuition grant, where the government will give you back 30% of your tuition and you don't have to give that money back. And you're automatically eligible or considered for this grant when you do apply for OSAP. There's also external funding. So there's so many other websites, for example, studentawards.com, canlearn.ca are just a couple websites that allow you the opportunity to earn even more money. Work study options. These are on-campus jobs, and it makes it really convenient because you're already on campus, and you can do things such as become a student ambassador, give campus tours, you could ride the Zamboni machine, you can work in the bookstore, or you can be our mascot, which is a lion. We have a girl and a boy mascot, and they walk around and they hold hands, they're really cute. Actually, both boys right now, that's me. So then we have scholarships that you apply for, but then we also have scholarships that you don't apply for. This is our renewable entrance scholarship, where you're automatically be given money without even having to apply, starting with an 80 average. So you can get up to $2,000 just for having an 80 average. Residence. Anyone interested in residence? Residence is guaranteed to all first-year students as long as you apply by the June 1st deadline. So we have your traditional style room where you can have a single or a double room, and we have a suite style room, which is more like an apartment. So you would share your kitchen and your bathroom with people in your room. So anywhere from 4 to 8 people in your own room. And it's a great opportunity. Residence is great because not only are you so close to class, there are people who actually get up in their pajamas and go to class in their pajamas about 5 minutes before class. But you also get to make lifelong friends with people who have similar interests as you. You can choose who your roommate is going to be. So when you fill out the application, just make sure you indicate that on the application. But then you get to, again, meet other people. We have certain residents, if you're interested in building that international connection. We have certain floors that have international students. So you can learn from the experiences of your fellow peers in your classes. But for those commuter students like I was, we have over 1,700 buses that go in and out of the campus every day, making us the second largest transportation hub in the GTA. Can anyone take a wild guess what the first largest is? That's right. Union Station. We also have the subway coming soon. It's currently being built, which will offer another great way of coming to campus. Or we have carpooling services. So I carpooled with a friend, and I was able to save money on gas and parking that way. But they also have a carpooling service where they'll actually match you up with somebody in your area, and you can carpool with them. So have you heard of the Freshman 15, where you're almost guaranteed to gain 15 pounds your first year of university? Don't let that happen. We have fitness facilities available. It is $50 for the entire year, and you get access to the 11,000 square foot fitness center. You get access to dance classes, hockey rinks, tennis courts, anything you could possibly imagine. And if you're interested in joining a sports team, we have our inter-university sports team. So if you are interested in that, you would actually need to contact the coach now or sooner rather than later. But if you're not interested in that really competitive feel, you can also join an intramural sports team where you just compete against other York students. It's more just for fun and recreational purposes. So again, we want you to think beyond your boundaries. So there are over 350 clubs that you can join. Anywhere from the student government, to religious clubs, to program-specific clubs, even the Rubik's Cube Club, or the Hip Hop Dance Club. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a short little break. So I'm going to show you a hip hop move. Okay, so everybody stand up. Okay, you have to actually do it. You have to stand up. Okay, so you're going to actually start sitting. So you're going to sit and get up. So do that. Sit. I'm going to show you the moves first, and then you're going to do it together. So sit, stand up. Sit, good. Okay? And then you're going to clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then. Okay. So ready? You're going to do it together. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you all very much for that standing ovation. You can all sit down now. I don't really know any hip hop moves, nor can I dance. I'm not even going to attempt to. So I'm very klutzy, clearly everyone relates. But if you don't find a club you like, you can always start your own. transition to university, we have services available for you. We have the York Red Zone. It's literally a one-stop shop. So you're going to come before classes even start, you're going to come to the Red Zone, you're going to find out where your classes are, you're going to map out the quickest route to your classes, find out parking, residence, pick up your YU card, and everything you need to know before classes start you'll find here at the Red Zone. Academic advising is mandatory for all students, for all first-year students, and academic advisors are also available for you throughout your years. They will help you keep on track to graduate, and really just guide you throughout your years. We have the Writing Support Center, which is a great service. These services are all free as a York student. They'll help you with your thesis, they'll help you compose your ideas, they'll help you write your paper, or proofread your paper. So what are some things you might do after you graduate? There's a couple things you might think you might do after you graduate. Work. Sweet. Yeah. Travel. That's right. Travel. You might also continue your education like I did in a master's program. Either way, we have a Career Center who will help you do all of those. You have access to Career Center services as a student, so they will help you with your job search strategies. If you want to travel, maybe find a job while traveling, they'll help you with that. They'll help you with your mock interviews, resumes. They have career fairs throughout the year. You also have access to the Career Center up to 2 years after you graduate as well. They'll also help you with your personal statement if you want to apply to grad school. All these services that are available to you free as a student. Does anyone recognize anybody on the screen? Besides a wonderfully most successful person on the screen, I'm joking. There are over 250,000 alumni who have gone beyond their degree, who have gone beyond the classroom, who have really pursued their passions. They made their degree their own, and they've gone out. For example, Rachel McAdams. Not only did she graduate from the theater program, she was also very involved in residence life. So many people who took their university experience at York and really pursued their passions and made it their own. Yes, including me. So after today's presentation, if you did have or require any more information about our programs, admission requirements, you can stay connected with us on futurestudents.ca. If you don't have access to a computer, you can always connect with us on your smartphone. And really, the best way to find out if the campus is the right fit for you is going for a campus tour. You wouldn't buy a car without test driving it first. So come test drive York, come for a campus tour. We have tours daily, plus we have our fall campus day coming up on November 17th at the Keele campus, November 18th at the Glendon campus. Hopefully you will all come to the Ontario Universities Fair happening this weekend. You'll come to the booth and say hi to me. I will be there all weekend. So thank you all very much for having me here today. It was an absolute pleasure. If you do have any questions, I'm happy